Alright, so here's my SuperCub. So I'm going to be replacing this fender here. So I'm going to take it off and put the new one on. And here's the new one right here. Let's see, that's the part number right here. Where's the part number? Is that it? No, this is it. This is the part number right here. So part number, this is the list price, $61. But I actually got this for 47 or 48, basically about 50 bucks. So usually, online places, they always sell it below list price. If you're paying list price, you're paying too much. Unless you're getting it at the dealership, then they usually charge list price. But if you get it online, it's below list price. So let's take a look at it real quick. Let's open this up. There it is. That's the new fender. Nice and clean and shiny. It's the old one. This is what happens when you crash in gravel. But the interesting thing is that this thing is, besides the scratch, is perfectly fine. It's not even, it doesn't even have any cracks. That there's nothing broken. So it's surprisingly it held up really well. All right, so to take this fender off, you have to go underneath here, and you actually see. You see the 3 bolts. That's 1, 2, and 3 right there. So those are 8 millimeters. So get your little ratchet out. 8 millimeters. And let me get it from this angle. On the other side, I'm gonna be. I'm sure you guys could see it, but anyways, I have a ratchet right here. 8 millimeter. Basically, just loosen them up first before you take anything out. Oops. Jeez. Wow, that's pretty hard. Turning the right way. Oops. It's turning the wrong way. That was tightening it, not not loosening it. So I'm like, why is it so hard? Sorry. This thing is upside down, so it's spinning it the wrong way. This one's loose. Two is loose. Third one's loose. So I should be able to go in there and just put the socket by itself and the extension without the ratchet itself, and unscrew this. Two and one more. Those 3. All right, so got all 3 of them. So actually, before I take it down, let's look on the back side here of the fender, and you see the crown. This right here. This is where the 2 of the bolts mount, this side and this side, and the 3rd one in the middle is somewhere ahead of that. So got those 2 out. I don't think there's nothing else holding this in. Let's see, there's nothing on this side. Let's look on this side. The brake hoses and everything here, this is actually mounted to this leg here. So all this is mounted to this leg, so it's not connected to the fender, so it should be good. Let's see. Let's see if this works. Let's see this. Let me wiggle it down a little bit. Something that's hung up. Let's see what's hung up. Looks like something on the side is hung up. Let's see. Oh yeah, there is. I see it. I see it. Looks like interesting. Okay, it looks like this. I might have to take off the side legs here. So let's look at the new one. See what's hanging it up. So here's a new one here. What's hanging it up is right in here. Right there, and right over here. So the leg shield cover that's coming aside. There's two tabs that goes on this and on both sides of this thing. So that's what's hanging it up. That's why it can't drop down. So I'm gonna have to see about that. So the inside, this is what the inside looks like. There's a little metal spacer washer here. As the top looks like, and you see the spacer washer right there, metal. There's some slots right here. I guess that's sort of like a little, what do they call that? I can't remember what it's called. But anyways, it slots in, so that way it's that's how it fits. But anyways, those two tabs, I need to take the side leg shield off. So let me do that on a second video. All right, so to the side tab that's holding this fender in, that the leg shield here has, you basically unbolt this 8mm. There's another screw head up here, but I'm gonna see if I could get away with not touching this. I'm just gonna take this off and maybe flex, move this out just far enough so that way it clears the fender, and hopefully that'll be okay. Let's see what happens. So this is 8mm right in here. Obviously this is also holding the reflector. In this case, this whole mount right here is oops, there's a little spacer right there. The bolt, this bolt and spacer right here. So let's keep these together. Let's keep these together so that way you don't lose any of them. So let's see if this thing flexes at all. Oh, yep, I feel it. I felt something. Something move. The front side moved. The front side unclipped a little bit. The rear is not unclipping. Do anything on the rear, let me move it back and forth a little bit. Sometimes you just gotta wiggle and see if that works. Nope, I don't feel it. Let me loosen up the other side and see what happens. So other side over here, same thing. Again, it's the bolt. There's a little spacer right there, so don't lose the spacer. Okay, so the side. So that's it. Oh, that's kind of stuck in here. Okay, I felt that unclipping a little bit, but the back side is not. I wonder if it's so the back side is, I wonder if the back side has some kind of a hook. So let me investigate a little bit further. All right, so looking at it further, it looks like I have to take off the side shield, the leg shield. basically what it is, how it works. So you got this right here. So this is the fender here. This is the front, and this is the rear side. Oops. So you see where the tabs are right here, where my hand is. So on this one, the tab goes straight in, but on this back one, it doesn't go straight in. It's like a hook. It actually hooks in that way. So you can't just, this one here you could push it in, or the leg you can actually pull it out and it clears. But this one's not. This one you actually have to basically have to shift the fender forward, but you can't because of how it's in place. Everything's in place, so it doesn't move anyway. The only way it can move is straight down. So basically that means you have to take off the leg shield. So that's what I have to do up here. Oops. So up here I got to take off the leg shield. I have to take off this bolt right here. I have to take off this bolt. Let's see what else. And I also have to take off this cover here. So let's actually start with the cover. I have a little plastic prying tool right here. Take out this cover. I can see from the side, I can see a tab right here and a tab up here. I'm not sure what type of tab it is, if it's a hook or what. Let's see how this is gonna work. All right, so go in there. See my prying tool is too thick. Yep, it's too thick. This is too thick. I need to grab a different one. So I have this whole set here. I have this whole set of tools. This is actually for automotive use. Let's see. Nope, too thick. For like the interior body panel. And so you need to take off your interior body panels. All those plastic body panels inside the car. I guess you could even do that on the outside of the car too. Let's see, I don't have anything that's thin enough. Everything's kind of thick. Oh, this one's pretty thin. So I'm gonna use this one right here. This is the thinner on the head here. Still kind of thick. So again, this is for plastic body panels on a car, which is a little bit different. I don't see any screws and nuts on this one, so I don't think there's any screws. I might be able just to kind of push it forward. Yeah, I can see. Ah, shoot. I'm gonna break nothing. This one. Okay, so these are just hooks. It kind of, it's a tab that goes like this, so it hooks into the blue side. So that side's out. Should be able to pop the other side out pretty easily. There it goes. Okay, so it also has. So let's look at this thing. See how it's like a hook. See that? So the two sides on these two. Then these ones right here. These ones just go straight in, straight out. So that's out. So now I need to take the leg shield apart. So just like this, a screw here. Oops. This little ratcheting screwdriver. It's nice and ergonomical. There's one there. And on the side of the leg here, one on each side of the leg. One there, one on the other side. that one was kind of tight. The front side was, or the throttle side was tight. The other side, the shifter side was actually not tight, or not very tight. Let's see what else is on here. And I see one more little fastener right here. So this is one of those push rivets. So it's a plastic rivet. So basically to take it out, you need to push the center in. Right, once the center's in, you can pop it out like so. Let's look at how this works. See how the center is pushed in? So the center's pushed in, so that way the core clears. So that way the side here, see how the sides flare out? So the sides, once the core is pushed out, these sides can actually come in. So it becomes thinner. And to put this back in, you basically push this core so that way it sticks out like that. And that way, again, these things, how they're flared out, they could be squeezed in, so they're smaller. Then once you have it in there, you push this core to that way it's flush. Then it flares out the side, and it doesn't come in. It's not able to squeeze back in, so it stays flared out. So that's how that works. So those are little plastic rivets, basically. All right, so this should be able to take this out. So again, the leg hook on the bottom, this side is just straight in. The other side is like a hook that way. So let me unhook the top first. See which way this thing goes. Oh, this is just a tab that goes sideways. On this bottom side, yeah, same thing, sideways. So this one's out that way. Feel this whole thing move. Not sure if there's anything hanging up with this. I think I have everything. Let's see. Yeah, so the top is disconnected. The bottom, something's still hooked on somewhere around right here in the front. It still feels solid up here. So there's a tab here, and against the tab on this side. So remember, this side it just goes straight in, and on the back it hooks that way. So let's see if I can do this without breaking anything. Oh, so this thing moves. I could squeeze this in. Something's hung up. I feel like something's hung up. I think my order is not proper. All right, let me fiddle around with this a little bit more, and I'll get back to you. Okay, so I was able to pop it out just right now. So what I had to do was I actually had to reach underneath here. So reaching underneath here, this tab right here, I pushed it, I was pushing it out. And this side, see how it's like a hook, right? Like so. This side I actually squeezed, I was pushing this in so that way it clears that hook on this tab. And it clears that hook in. So I was pushing it that way while I was squeezing it this way. So basically it's I was doing this rotation going like this. So that way, so this side coming outwards, this side right here going that direction, and squeezing this out, so, squeezing this inwards that way. So that way it could unhook here, and also being the tab is going that direction, it could actually pull out like that. So from there, it just kind of popped out. So a little squeezing and rotation to get it out. So now it's this side. So this side should be easy now because one side's clear. The thing with the back side here is that the line is actually being held So there's two mounts. There's a zip tie right here, and down here there's another mount for the cable. So basically the cable for the horn, and also for the ABS sensor is attached to this side leg shield. So I'm not gonna try to move that out. I'm just gonna rotate this. So this side is already popped out because the two halves are sort of connected. This side's popped out. The back side is still hung up. So basically for the back side I have to, again, because the back side it has a hook that goes in like that. So I have to kind of squeeze it so that way that hook goes like this, and rotate it like this. So basically rotate it that direction, like that. Okay, there it goes. So there, so the leg shield is cleared. Now I just squeeze the two sides here to clear the legs, and it's out. So there's the piece. So again, this piece is still good. It's just you know, scratched up, so it looks ugly, but it still works just perfectly fine. So here everything looks okay. Fork legs still looks okay. I see a little bit of dirt, but you know, it's just the way it is. Let's put in the new leg shield. So here's the new leg shield. Let's turn this back a little bit so you guys can see a little better. So yeah, so here's the leg shield. Let's start this in a little bit. Let me wipe some of this stuff down real quick. Alright, let's get this back up in here. So put it in like so, squeeze right here so that it clears the fork legs. Okay, clears the fork legs. So remember this right here, there's a tab here, it's like a hook. Right there, it's like a hook. So I'm gonna hook that in first. So that hook goes into the, let's go back to the original one. So the hook, oops, wrong direction. So the hook will hook onto the back side, so it'll slide in and it hooks that way. And this tab over here will just go slide straight in. So I'll probably have to do this kind of rotation again. What's this? It's wrong direction. This is the wrong direction. I actually have it in the wrong direction. Wrong direction. There it goes. That's the right way. Squeeze in right here. Hook that back in a little bit. Okay, back end's hooked in. And this side over here, just kind of squeeze it in. Okay, so that's in. Yep, so that side's in. So it's just dangling right now. So one side's in. My leg on the other side, same thing. Make sure you clear all the stuff up on top. You know, all this stuff. Clear the thingamabob right here. All this right here. Clear all that. So everything's clear, all the stuff is clear. So again, I'm gonna rotate this thing so that way I can get that tab in, so it can hook in. Okay, it's hooked in. Now this side, I just need to squeeze it. That's in, like so. Over here, towards the front. I think it's need let's see, something right in here. No, there's no tabs. There's no tabs on this side. So something like that. Like so, and there's the you know where that pop rivet was, the plastic rivet. The throttle side is on the back underneath, and the shifter side is on the top. Those tabs. Like that. So basically, just push this fender up, kind of locks everything in place. This over here is in place. Yeah, everything's in place. So I think we're good there. A little bit, which is that's normal because nothing is bolted, so that's all good. Let's put this back. Let's see, there was that pop rivet. Where's that pop rivet? Let's put the pop rivet in first. So bring the center out. All right, bring the center out. Slide this in. In, push the center in so it's flush, so it locks it in. Up over here on this side. This screw goes on this right here. Like so. Okay, that's good there. Actually, I don't even need to put the cover on right here yet. I can actually start mounting the rest of this. So let's do that. So there's 2 screws up right here, up in the back. Right there. Make sure those holes lined up first. Mounting holes lined up like so. So it's kind of sagging down because of the weight. The weight of the because it's not mounted. So let's lift it up so it's in the right spot. I'm just gonna leave it kind of loose because you don't want to tighten it down because it's nothing. The panels are not aligned yet. So wait until everything is aligned, then you tighten it up. Okay, that's pretty good right there. So both of those are still slightly loose. Again, I'm waiting until everything's aligned, then I can tighten it up. Let's do the back, the bolts back here. So that's with the reflector, right back here, like so. So the 2 reflectors are different. You see how they're different. So this one is not, it's definitely not like this. This one is like this. It's like that. This one is actually on the other side. So remember, these ones have that little spacer, like so. So it's a little spacer. And that spacer is in front. Actually, it goes like this. So that little thing that comes out, the step that comes out, goes in I believe. Yeah, it goes in. So it's lined up. Make sure the hole right here is pretty lined up, or pretty close, anyways, I should say. So it goes like that. Let's see, let me lift this up a little bit, just a tiny bit. Okay, it's in. There's my. So also that little tab right here for the end of that bracket needs to go into its slots properly. So I'm not going to tighten this up either. I'm going to leave it so it's slightly loose. So that way, make sure everything is, the alignment of everything is good before you actually tighten anything up. All right. So let's do that same thing on the other side. Where's my bracket? Let's move this little tripod onto this side. So this side is a bit more complex, huh? So this little step thing goes in first, like that. And from there, I believe this mounts on. Is that right? Let's see, I should have looked at it better. So I know my reflector is like this. So actually, you know what? It's like that. So you got this little stepper piece with the step going into the body panel. Then you have your reflector bracket. Get the reflector bracket onto that. You notice the reflector bracket has a little L shape right there. That angle, that's right there, is for this ABS bracket. And the ABS bracket has a little tab that fits into the leg shield bracket, or the leg shield cover. So that's there. Then from there, get your bolt. So Oh, this thing also has a little tab right here. Did it go on the inside or outside? No, it went on the inside. This little tab, see that little tab? Where my finger is? So that goes on the inside of this bracket, I believe. Should have looked at it better when I took this off, but it's kind of how it is when I'm filming. I'm always slightly off. Something's off. Something doesn't look right. Looks like this bracket's not straight. Something is not straight. So this is right, because this has a tab, but this doesn't seem like it's right. It's not lining up. That's weird. Should have lined up right there, but it seems like it's not. Oops. Get the longer extension here. Yeah, the tab's not lining up. That's weird. It's really weird. I actually didn't pay attention to it when I was taking it off. I should have. Oh, I could always go back to the video, I guess. Oh, you know what? That's why it's doing that. That's why the leg's not all the way in yet. Oops. Between here, the two plastics here, it actually popped out of the spot of its slot while I was putting everything else together. So let's take that out. I can see it's actually not in. They actually popped off of each other. That's why it wasn't lined up. So that's the reason why you don't tighten everything up yet. You have to make sure everything's lined up before you do that. So I can still see it right here. Oh shoot, what the heck? Oh, same thing on the other side. The other side's like that too. Okay. Let me loosen the other side too then. So I'm glad I made that mistake. It's hard to see, but you can see right in here. See that right there? It's off. The leg shield, see right down in here. How you can see the slot right here. The leg shield is supposed to be sitting in the slot where the red piece is right there, and you see the hook right here. So both sides is actually off. So yes, I'm actually glad I made the mistake. That's what these videos are for. So I made the mistake so you don't have to. Okay, let's go back to this side. Same thing. I can see it right there too. Same thing. Let's see if I could actually, oops. See if I can clip it in with it like this. I don't think I can. Nope. I need to. Oop, it popped out again. I need to take off the screws up on top right here. These screws up right here. So I need to rotate this piece. So I was putting together, something felt off. And when I was putting it together, I was like, something was slightly off. That's what it was. So that's the other side. Take this off because again I need to rotate the leg shield. Okay, let's do that again. So yeah, so that's definitely. Oh god damn it! Shit! Really? Dang it! I just broke the tab. I broke the tab on this side. I didn't even put that much force on it either. Dang it! So the tab's broke. Damn it! That's what I hate about these little freaking bikes or Honda, sometimes they do that kind of shit. It's just little taps. There's so many tiny little taps that they could break easily. Things are completely thrown off when that happens. Well, what happens is actually when those taps break, there's a spot where it could rattle, because it's not fully tightened down anymore, so it could rattle. Now this side I don't even have to worry about rotating or anything because there's no more tab anymore. And I suppose I could glue it, but that glue doesn't usually work very well. It just doesn't hold up, especially with all the vibration and such. So yeah, it's probably gonna be a little bit actually it wouldn't be too bad because there's a bolt holding right here, and also there's a bolt holding right here, so the two bolts are very close to each other, and it's right here, so I don't think it's gonna be bad at all as far as the shaking or rattling goes. But again, that's one of the things I hate about these freaking all this plastic with the tabs. That always happens. Stops. Leave that loose. Leave that side a little bit loose. Leave everything a little bit loose so that way it's everything comes together better aligned. How everything fits a little better, I think. You leave everything slightly loose. Okay, so back to this other side here. It's this, and this. Do this side since camera's already over here on this side. So like this. So this goes in first, like so. This little tab right here, right, with the little tab. That's a line. So leave it a little bit loose. Again, I leave that loose so that way it's so everything is lined up properly more easily. This side. So let's see. So this goes in first. It goes in. This tab goes on, and this one goes in and hooks underneath. Like so. We got a little bit loose as well. So now you can see down here the tab that came out from the reflector. It's actually now it actually engages the bracket for the brake hose. So I'm gonna leave that a little bit loose. I'm gonna go underneath and do the 3 and leave that a little bit loose. Then once all those nuts and bolts are in place, I know the alignment is good for everything, then I could tighten it up. So let's go down underneath here and go back to here. So those 3 bolts. I'm still kind of pissed that I broke that tab. I wasn't expecting that to break so easily. I thought I was gonna hang on a little bit better than that, but it's just the way it is. Let's see here, so that's the one in the middle. Wow, that one's more deeper, it's more recessed. It's harder to reach. Let's see what the thread's in there. Feels like it. Yep, I got it in there. So I'm gonna leave that one a little bit loose. Again, everything I'm leaving a little bit loose so that way when I tighten it up, or once all the nuts and bolts are in place, you know that all the plastics are nice on the line. Otherwise, if you just start tightening everything before, you know, one at a time, things are not usually not aligned yet. This one's not. See, this bolt right here is on the line. Let's see what's going on. It's not screwing in. That one went in. So this throttle side one's not going in. Oops. This throttle side one's slightly off. Okay, there it goes. Alright, so those two are in. I'm gonna just hand tighten it. Hand tighten so that way it's up. This one. This one's not. Feels like I'm. Oops. Feels like I'm not. Feels like I'm not. Feels like that top middle one's not lining up. Keep on spinning and spinning. There it goes. Okay, finally. I think it took forever for that to spin up. Okay, so those ones are all hand tightened. I can start tightening up the rest of them. Hand tighten that one. Hand tighten this other side over here. This side. Those ones are in, I know everything should be pretty much in place. Now I could tighten up the rest of them. This one up here. That's tight. That one's tight. Tight. Okay. We'll just go for the last three again on the bottom. That side. Tight on that side. Now for the middle one. Okay, that one's tight. All right, so all those bolts are tight. I just need to tighten up the this cover now. So that's right here. That's good. And the center cover, basically like so, it just goes straight in. So these two blue tabs right here, they mount right here. So once you have that in there, the alignment should be good, and just push it in. Oops. Oh, there's two more tabs on the bottom. I didn't even see those ones. Oops. Let me push the two ones on the bottom in first before the four top ones. Or push it from the bottom first, I guess I should say. Okay, there it goes. So, okay, there it goes. I'm done. So there it is. New fender. So everything looks good again. Looks new again. I mean, here you can see. I guess I didn't wash it good enough. I can still see like bugs and little scratches and stuff, but that's all right. This thing does have about 14,000 miles, so you can't expect it to look brand new. But from 5-10 feet away, it looks all brand new. It's only when you're like arm's length, then you can see the little scratches here and there. Let's see. So I'm still waiting for this part here, this top cap, because remember I have the scratch. So I want to replace that so it looks new again. I have my turn signals, so I'm gonna do that as well. All right, thanks for watching.